Stecker here again, certified personal trainer and baby boomer fitness expert, where today I'm going to give you the only tips you need to know for men and women over the age of 40 question and answer session. So the first question that I got today is from Tammy, and Tammy wants to know, I'm off track with my fitness program. I'm losing muscle, I'm smoking again, and feel overwhelmed. Where should I start? Well, Tammy, I'm glad you asked this question because that was me back in January. I had gotten the flu, I got food poisoning, and right when I got back on track, I got sick again. So the first thing that I would recommend for you is you got to take a step back and just take one action that's going to help you move forward. And is that one action going to be working out, getting a weight training workout in? Is that one action grabbing a tall glass of lemon water and drinking that first thing in the morning? Is your one thing, instead of smoking, grabbing a journal and writing down all the things you're grateful for, or what's going great in your life, what you're blessed about? So that's going to help you start getting on track. So anytime you feel on track, anytime you feel off a little bit and kind of where you're at right now and you need to build your muscle back, here's what I want you to do. Take one action right away that's going to get you back on track to being at your best and feeling your best, because you deserve it. So second question comes from Sarah. I have all the workout equipment at home and never use it. What do you suggest I do? Well, Sarah, you got the most expensive clothes hangers in town. And actually, that's actually why a lot of people come down to Boomer Fitness or pick up one of my programs, is because that they're just not taking action. So you can have all the knowledge in the world, you can have all the exercise gadgets, but if you're not taking action, you're not going to get results. So how do you get started? It's simple. You've got to put yourself in an environment, you've got to put yourself in a situation where you're held accountable. So get yourself a coach, get yourself a group that's accountable, maybe a small group training, maybe a boot camp, where they're going to hold you accountable to showing up. And what's great about that is once you get that momentum going again, you're going to have some self-motivation and some self-discipline to go out in your house, take the clothes off your workout equipment, and then to start using that based off the plan that you got from working out with your trainer or in that small group training, and you're going to have your momentum again. Great question. Next one comes from Rosie, and that question is walking really a good form of exercise? Okay, so here's the deal with walking. I don't hate walking. I don't despise walking. Walking is good general fitness. But to say walking is the end-all be-all for exercise that's going to help you have long-term sustainable health over the age of 40, you're delusional. What you need to start focusing on is going out and focusing on improving the other areas of fitness. So as we age, we begin to lose strength, we begin to lose flexibility, we begin to lose balance, and we begin to lose power. So you need to start, outside of walking, which is just cardiovascular, you need to start doing things that are going to stimulate those different modalities of training. So you're going to have to do some resistance training to help with the bone density, to help build that lean tissue, and that's going to relate to your functional fitness, doing the things that you love to do. You're going to have to do exercise that incorporate power, that's going to actually translate to your day-to-day life. You're going to have to do some yoga that's going to help you with your flexibility, because if you don't use your flexibility, it's one of the first things that go in your body, and it's going to affect your mobility. So is walking a good form of exercise? I think we answered that really good. Go out and you've got to challenge your body through the different modalities of exercise. All right, next one comes from Steve. I only have 30 to 45 minutes each day to work out with a demanding schedule. Can I get in shape with this? You absolutely can. So how I would approach that is this. Is to get in shape, a lot of the research out there for body composition or just getting in shape suggests you should get 3 to 5 hours of exercise in per week. So if you only have 30 to 45 minutes, that just falls right into the research that's out there that's going to help you get into shape. So how you would approach it is you would pick maybe 3 days of different muscle groups that you could work, or you could pick 4 days that are resistance training, total body routines, and you'd break it up to maybe 5 to 7 exercises, and you'd go one exercise to the next an upper body to a lower body exercise, taking very minimal rest or resting when you need it, and then starting back from the top. And that way you're hitting all muscle groups over the course of 3 to 4 days. And then on the other days, you can do some high intensity interval training, you can just do some steady state cardio, or you can incorporate things like yoga into your routine. So 30 to 45 minutes is plenty of time to get a great workout and get in shape. Number 5 comes from Brittany. Is fruit a bad carbohydrate? All right, carbohydrates have been getting a bad rap over the years, and I'm here to set the record straight on carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are not bad for you. Carbohydrates are fuel. Carbohydrates is energy. It's just the amount of carbohydrates that we take in. And so, is fruit a bad carbohydrate? People think it's bad because it's got a lot of sugar. So how do we best utilize fruit as a carbohydrate and as energy? We want to limit ourselves to 1 to 2 servings of fruit per day. And then here's how to use carbohydrates. So there's, you have carbohydrates that are higher in sugar, that energy gets used more quickly, and you have carbohydrates that are, have more fiber and are more steady burning. So the lighter fruits, the more tropical fruits, the pineapples, the melons, the bananas, you would have those fruits after your workout, so your body can best utilize that as energy and replace the glycogen that's lost in your muscle from your training. And then the darker fruits, the blueberries, the cherries, the apples, those fruits you would have any time during the day because they have more fiber and they have more, it'd be more steady burning. So that's how I would approach your carbohydrates. All right, so the next one comes from Margaret, and it's how do I tone up my legs and arms? So the first thing I want you to focus on is that you're not, you can't spot train. You can't spot train your arms, you can't spot train your legs to lose body fat. So how you tone up your legs and arms is simple. You want to do a progressive overload resistance training plan. So that could be as simple as you come to the gym for the first time, and that first week you do static lunges, and you can do 12 to 15. And maybe that next week you do your static lunges, but you find they're easy, and now you're holding a 5-pound dumbbell on each side and you're not using the wall for support. And then the week after that, maybe you use the same 10 pounds, but the 12 reps you were doing were easy. Now you're trying to do 13 to 15 repetitions and you're challenging yourself there. So a progressive overload resistance training, same thing for the arms, is you want to say maybe 1 week you start out with barbell curls and you're doing 3 sets, 10 repetitions, and you're using 50 pounds. The next week, you're trying to use 55 pounds for the same rep scheme, or you're trying to do 1 more repetition. So that's how I would tone up those areas. The other thing, I would start with a base program, focusing on getting at least 70 reps in for those muscle groups with a rep range of 10 to 15 reps for those 70 reps. So that would come out to 5 to 8 exercises for that rep range to get that proper volume in to stimulate those muscle groups. And then the next thing you have to look at is you have to look at your nutrition. If you're looking to tone up those areas, you're probably thinking I need to lose body fat. That is true. So you're gonna go out and you're gonna get, make sure you're in a calorie deficit, make sure you're taking the right amount of lean protein. Usually probably if you're training 4 or 5 days a week, you're probably gonna look for 20 to 30% of your diet from protein, 50% from carbohydrates, 20% from fat, and you're gonna make sure that you're in a calorie deficit. And then you're going to add in some kind of cardiovascular training to expand your calorie deficit to burn those excess calories that you have stored so you can reduce the body fat, and through the resistance training, tone up. So there's your answer for that. Next one comes from Samantha. I have my days start early and I'm not eating breakfast. What are some quick breakfast options that I can have? All right, Samantha, so something that's very easy is this. First thing in the morning, there's something called a meal replacement shake. There's a number of them on the market. Meal replacement shake is great because it gives you a specific number of calories, plus it's easy. Just put in a shaker cup with some water, shake it up. A number of them are sweetened with natural sweeteners, say like stevia, so they taste well. So it's really easy to get your calories quickly out the door Another option you can have is there's a number of good protein bars out there that are higher in fiber, good amount of protein, and again sweetened with stevia. Those are out there. How else? Other breakfast items, Greek yogurts are great. You can add some berries into it with some good unsaturated fat. There's another quick breakfast option. Egg whites are great because you can throw them in a pan, 3 to 5 minutes. It's cooked. In the meantime, you threw some whole grain toast in there, or you've got a wrap. They're usually high in fiber that you could use. Those are some quick breakfast items that are really quick. 3, 5 minutes. Take it in, get out the door, start your day with a quick start. All right, Stephanie asks, I'm having a challenge staying on track with my nutrition. What do you suggest? So Stephanie, where I see most people fall off with nutrition is they're not planning. They're just starting their day and they're saying, you know what, I want to eat better, I want to be healthier. And what they end up noticing for themselves is that they're not specific enough. So the first thing you want to do is have an outline plan for your goal, so that way you're very specific and you know what healthy nutrition and staying on track for your nutrition means for you. So get yourself a plan. So if you're on the go, you can match similar foods in to what you're eating. Or the second option to help you stay on track is there's a lot of meal prep companies out there where they'll prep your meals for you, and that you can just not even think about it. It'll follow within your meal plan and you can eat that. Or the third one a lot of my clients do 2 times per week. They pick a Wednesday or they pick a weekend day, and then they just say, hey, Wednesday's my day. I'm going to cook for an hour. I'm going to cook my meals for 4 days. And on Sunday, they cook their meals for the next 3 to 4 days. So that way it's prepped. They don't have to think about it, and they just eat what they need to. So that's how to stay on track with your nutrition. Next one's from Craig. I see a lot of people suggesting meal replacements for weight loss. What is your suggestion? Is this a good option for weight loss? Well, Craig, it's a great question. Meal replacements are great. Again, like I talked about earlier, very specific number of calories. When you're taking in a meal replacement supplement, it's a fixed amount of calories. So somebody's normally eating a meal, say it's 700 calories. They were eating before, now they take a meal replacement, it's 300 calories. So instantly right there, they take 2 or 3 of those a day. Next thing you know, they've reduced their calories by 1,200 calories a day versus eating food. But here's the challenge with meal replacements. If you become too reliant on meal replacement, it affects your metabolism, and it also stimulates cravings for eating. You see, when you eat whole food meals, it's going to give you more satiety. It's going to help you feel full. But also you get TEF, thermal effect of food. When you eat a lot of food, or when you eat a well-portioned meal versus a meal replacement, your body's got to digest it, and it's going to help you raise up your metabolism by 10 to 15%. The other thing with eating a meal, it's going to stabilize your blood sugar a lot better. And then what do you suggest, where do you suggest somebody start with weight training? And this is Tanya. So Tanya, where I suggest somebody start with weight training, I suggest that you start with a proper warm-up and then a progressive overload plan, and then picking exercises that are right for you. So maybe if you're a beginner, you'd start with some body weight squats, using your body weight, push-ups, other things that you could, body weight squats, push-ups, body weight lunges, wall sits, dumbbell curls. Those are some things where I would start you with as a progressive overload plan, using your body weight, and then start incorporating exercises that do total body moves with resistance. So thank you everybody for submitting your questions, and you guys make it a great day. Hey, Brian Stecker here again, and I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I made the video. And I want to hear what you liked best about this video. So down in the comment section, make sure you leave your comments of what you liked about this video. And I'm always bringing this content out for you. So leave what you want to learn that's going to help you with your fitness goals. Also below, you're going to see some links. There's 2 links there. And one of the links is going to take you over to the Boomer Fitness website, where there's more great information, more great resources like this. They're going to help you get into the best shape of your life. Also, there's another link down there that you can click on that's going to take you over to 4 free workouts. You can enter your email address in, and then I'll send you those workouts right away. Also, you'll notice that there's a subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can keep updated with all the great content that comes out on a day-to-day basis. You guys make it a great day.